ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the Real Deal Talk studio. Epic 59 fighter interviews. Round one. Next fight, Friday, November 22nd. We have in the house today, Callie from Luxury and Mayhem. Welcome to the show, bro. Let's go.
Thank you, JD. Thank you, man. I've been waiting to get in and talk to you, and we've been trying to make it happen. So I'm super blessed, and I'm happy you guys have me in today.
Let's go. Look at this guy.
This place is awesome, man. I'm loving the vibe.
Come on. Look, he's got the bling going.
I had to come show up. I know you were. I know you do your thing. I've been watching the show. I couldn't let you be the only guy over there shining.
Yeah, I actually put it outside the T-shirt today. We want to represent the Lord and Savior today. I want to get him out front. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I noticed you got your bling in. You got your bracelets. You got your necklace. That thing's like blinding me. Can I get some sunglasses over here? His chain is like I can't even see. Are you over there? I can't even see.
I only pull these things out on. They're good conversation pieces.
Yeah.
So I like to take them out when I'm going someplace. It helps generate business and kind of get people asking you questions. So it's like marketing almost. And
I love that you said that because people wonder because look I wear this stuff. Of course, I feel good. It's a state of being, you know, which I always preach is being in a state of being of
confidence.
Yeah, feeling great about yourself, but at the end of the day, I literally can't tell the time on this thing.
Yeah, I use my phone. That's why I don't even have my watches on.
Correct.
Like I usually, unless I'm going someplace nice or I'm going to do it, then I'm not.
So it's literally for looks and to attract attention.
Correct.
Because we are the brand, right? The next thing you know, it turns into, oh, wow, I'm going to go to Real Deal Wellness. I'm going to Real Deal Talk. Who is this guy? Who is that?
Like you said, it gives you an air of credibility, right?
Yeah.
People seem to take you serious. If they think that you're generating money or you're into something good and you're feeling that way and that's your aura is giving that off, then people want to work with you. They want to, I've found that it's gotten me into a lot more rooms that I probably couldn't have got in on my own.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
It is because you want to get in on your merits.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to fake it till you make it, or kind of trick the game a little bit. That's what you got to hustle.
Yeah, you got to wear your name on your shirt. That's has about 14
wear your
carats.
Own clothes. You know what I mean? You got to wear your own stuff. I'm Luxury and Mayhem down to the max.
Yeah. I literally go to church with my Real Deal gear on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my wife's, are you really going to wear that hat again? Yeah, I am.
Yeah, because it's the real deal.
This is our brand.
I'm promoting wellness.
Let's go.
There's nothing wrong with that.
All right, so speaking of brands and speaking of Luxury Mayhem, give me what's going on here. Give me what Luxury Mayhem. What's the brand? What's your business?
Luxury Mayhem is a brainchild of mine that came kind of like indirectly. I had been around the fight game for a while, and I had a friend who was participating and was fighting in Epic, and he came to me one day and he said, "Hey, there's no stores in San Diego that sell fight gear. And, if there was a place that we could go to actually try on the different gloves and the things of that nature, then, I think that would be supported by the fighters." So I kind of did my research and looked into it and said, hey, that's I think we can actually do something here. I had office space in Kearny Mesa off of Bronson Court over there.
Yeah.
And so I said, let's transform, my headquarters, my man cave into this showroom. And so we started doing that, and as we kind of got involved into the fight game and we started, I started looking into Epic, I noticed that there was an opportunity there to actually produce our own gear. And I was like, wait a minute, like, why are we going to sell everybody else's stuff, and buy a bunch of other people's stuff and keep it on our shelves when we can sell our own stuff and get more of the profit, and do that. So it kind of transformed into us creating this glove for the amateur circuit. And with the help of Ryan Spink, rest in peace, from C.A.M.O, wonderful guy, love Ryan. I was able to meet with Ryan and show him our first version of the glove. He gave me some revisions and some things that he thought might be better. We made those changes, and we were the first to get approved. So in the state of California right now, there are only 2 gloves that are approved for amateur use. That's the official, the other C.A.M.O glove that everyone knows, and then our glove, which is highly superior. And I don't want to knock C.A.M.O.
So
I love
hold
you
on.
guys, but
Are you saying C.A.M.O?
C.A.M.O.
Okay, for people watching this that have no idea what that is, which is me.
Okay.
What is C.A.M.O?
So C.A.M.O is the amateur they're like the record keepers for amateur MMA and Muay Thai. Do they do the kickboxing and stuff too? I'm not sure if it's just the multi MMA. Okay, so they oversee basically the amateur circuit in California.
Got it.
They maintain the records. If you want to go fight pro, you're going to have your stuff verified through CAMO saying, hey, he was with us. He fought his 5-6 fights that he needed to fight, and now he's officially ready to go pro.
Got it.
So they're the record keepers.
Got it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Copy.
Like for
Okay.
amateurs. So,
Got it.
It was strictly just their one glove that they had in the house for over a decade. We were the first people to be able to come in and offer an alternative to that. So,
Okay, what makes yours superior?
the reason ours is superior is, number one,
Not besides the 24 karat gold that is all over these gloves.
so this is the standard luxury Mayhem glove, and the main difference, the thing that we wanted to incorporate more than anything was we noticed that there was a lot of eye pokes. And the standard glove, even your standard UFC glove, forces your hand to it naturally rests in an open position like this.
Yeah.
So even when you're not flexing, your hands are out. So as fighters are pulling away or in a defensive position, their hands are already like this, and you get these accidental, eye pokes. This glove has a 270-degree camber in the foam. So what happens is when you're at rest, your hands are sitting this way.
Yeah.
So even if someone rushes in, it helps keep that minimal, that eye poke down to a minimal. And after we started using our gloves, we noticed that we had literally almost no eye pokes.
Wow.
After using our gloves. So C.A.M.O was in love with it, and they've been in for a while. This glove was originally based off of the Ryzen Fighting Federation, which is a fight promotion out of Japan.
Yep.
They were the first to invent that camber in the hand. So we took that.
What is camber?
That camber, just that curve, that little bit of.
So it's a term called camber, or is it a foam?
It's a term called camber. It's maybe I'm using the wrong term. Is it right? I think it's camber. So it's that curve that is in the actual foam.
Gotcha. Okay. Got it.
The degree of curve.
Got it. Okay.
Is called camber, right? So we took that camber. We started there, and then we started engineering better wrist support, better finger holes, more room in the finger pockets for your finger wraps and things of that nature. So the fighter is just comfortable. It feels almost like an extension of their fist,
right,
versus like a big piece of foam,
right,
sticking out the top.
So these more feel like an actual fist when they're on there.
Correct. It's from everybody that we've talked to, and from the fighters that I've that have used the glove, they tell me by far they train in them. They love them. They sleep in them. It's one of their most prized possessions. So we're really proud of that. Like, I'm super proud of that.
And so you're the sponsor of the gloves, and then so does every fighter that fights in Epic use this glove?
Yes. So Jason in his wonderfulness is one of the only promotions that offers fighters gloves.
Wow.
Most of the amateur promotions will require you to bring your own glove. And that's okay. I get it. These guys don't have a whole lot of money, and
right,
they're starting fresh. But when you're talking about a combat sport where people are going to be striking each other, if I've used my gloves in training for 2 years, the foam in that glove is depleted.
Yeah.
I'm facing a new fighter. He's bought his gloves online because he's responsible. He just went and bought a new pair for the fight. He's got pillows. So I've got a disadvantage. I've got an advantage over him because his gloves are softer than mine.
Yes.
So what Jason did was say, let's give both fighters the exact same brand new pair of gloves so that everybody's coming in evenly matched. Not to mention the swag, having your own logos and being able to match your uniforms brings a different level to the game. And Jason is really good at making sure that Epic is always on top of their game as far as the way that they treat their fighters and giving them the best environment to perform in.
And safe environment.
Correct.
If you can even
safety.
use that word in fighting.
Yeah, this is all about
when you're trying to kill somebody.
As much as you can, right?
Yeah, safely trying to kill somebody.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people almost look like they're about to
want to make sure they're safe. Yeah.
So
no, but this makes sense because you're right. If there's because then it's literally like your knuckles.
Yeah, it can make a difference.
Yeah,
of
course.
It can make a difference. This is why in any other sport, in UFC and in boxing, those gloves are given to the refs prior to the matches, and they're kept in a safe for 2 to 3 days until fight time. And no one gets to touch them until they are put on the fighter's hands. The ref is there the entire time to watch, and that's why they sign off on the glove saying, hey, we've these are the gloves that we approved and they're signed off on, and we watched them be mounted onto the fighter. He's good to go.
Love it. And now the gold. What's going on with the gold here? I heard that this was.
Okay.
I heard this wasn't your idea, that you copied somebody.
No, that is incorrect, JD.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, so
Sorry.
this is what
I didn't mean that.
The gold glove originally, the way that this happened, this is a unique story, and we got to talk UFC because I think Dana White might owe me some money.
Let's go.
We originally were going to do the gold gloves for the Epic 50th anniversary fight, right?
Okay.
The Epic 50 was their 50th event, and to do that, we were going to do an all gold card.
Yep.
I believe Jason came out with the gold shoes, had the full gold suit on. Like everybody was just suited and booted, right?
Come on.
So we were going to do a gold glove theme for everybody and have everybody wear gold gloves. That's fights. Due to production, and I think we were in the middle of a hurricane during that, and it kind of slowed the production. We weren't able to get them here on time. We missed it by like 2 or 3 days.
Yep.
So we were like, you know what? We've got this batch of gold gloves. Like, you know, we're past 50. It's not going to make any sense to do it for 51. Like, what can we do with these? And me and Harvey were sitting around, and I said, you know what? Why don't we do the championship fights in gold? Since we've got so many of the regular, our standard red and white glove, why don't we do something special for the champions and give them a gold glove so that it kind of separates them out from the rest of everybody because they're on this platform, you know, competing at the highest level. So we did that, and it was an instant win. Everybody, the fighters just went nuts. They're like, because you can't get them unless you're in the championship fight.
Wow.
You can't get them. I don't sell these on the website. The only way you're going to get these gold gloves is if you're in a championship fight. So as these guys are training and they're in their own individual gyms, you know, everybody's like, yo, where'd you get the gold gloves from? They get to say, hey, you know, I was in a championship fight. I got the belt, you know. So it's kind of like those bragging rights.
Yes.
And it separates them just from everybody else having the standard gloves. So it kind of promotes them. We've been doing that for about a year and a half, almost 2 years.
With the gold gloves. Mm-hmm. So Daniel Reyes has these.
Daniel Reyes has them, yes.
Because
I think he's probably got 2 or 3 pairs.
Yes.
He's been in multiple fights.
I've seen him fight 2 different championships, right?
And so this goes all the way back to Anthony Orozco and Bobby Winther.
Oh, wow.
So Bobby Winther and Anthony Orozco both are cage warrior fighters now.
Yeah.
And I know that Anthony Orozco got invited to the UFC Institute to train.
Mm.
Now, my belief is that in the last 6 months, the UFC started using a gold glove for their championship fights.
Oh, is that right?
And I'm like, where did they get that idea from? Because that was not something that they had ever done before. Their glove was a standard black glove with the white letters. They had never changed it. It had never been. But now all of a sudden they've got an all gold glove. And I'm wondering if Anthony Orozco in the UFC Institute, I have to talk to him, but I'm wondering if Anthony had his gold gloves on and it became a conversation piece. And they might have adapted our strategy.
When did you notice they're starting to use them?
I noticed probably about 4 months ago. I was watching, I can't remember which fight I was watching, but I was like, when did they start using gold gloves? And my buddy said, don't you guys use gold gloves? I said, yeah, we do. And he said, well, do any of you guys fight in the UFC? I said, not yet. I said, but they've been around a bunch of the UFC fighters. I said, so there's a high possibility, a very high possibility that they might have gotten our idea, which is cool. I kind of take it as flattery. If they adapted our idea and took the gold gloves, that's cool.
Yeah.
We have already elevated the sport just from doing that. So
I love it, man. Love it. All right, so talk to me about, how did you get it, though? Is this your main business? Like, is it, so give me a wrap up, like define the business, what your forte is.
Okay, so I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've been doing businesses forever. I have 2 very successful eBay businesses. I'm also a software engineer by day, so I'm a computer nerd.
Come on.
I'd live on my computer. My wife would get pissed about me.
Yeah,
not happy.
Always.
So, with Luxury and Mayhem, what I wanted to do was create a brand that was, and it's in the name. I wanted to create something that represented the fighters, but that was at a very, very high level. Yeah. I haven't seen any high level fight gear before. It's pretty standard. There's only so much you can do with gloves, and so we are trying to change that evolution. I've got something that I'm working on right now. I can't talk to you guys about it yet, but what I'm working on is about to change the industry of boxing.
Wow, boxing.
Boxing. I'm wearing my Team Donaire gear today that I created for Hall of Fame fighter Nonito Donaire, who is a bantamweight champion, 6-time bantamweight champion. And we are working on something right now that is going to revolutionize the boxing industry.
Wow.
It's going to really change things like in the next 6 months, and it's going to give the fighters a chance to really make a name for themselves going forward, like and be able to still stay relevant once they're out of the ring. Because right now, you know, I like to use this example. A good friend of mine, Roy Jones Jr.
Yep,
Everybody knows
of course.
Roy Jones.
Yeah, one of my favorite fighters ever.
Yeah, facial recognition is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows Roy. But if Roy's not fighting or Roy's not commentating, Roy's not making money.
Yeah.
And in every other genre, you've got the ability to create money. They're creating money off their likenesses.
Right.
Long after out of the sport. Jordan's got his shoes.
Yep.
You know, baseball players have cleats. You know, there's so many different, there's jersey sales. There's so many things that they're able to capitalize on afterwards.
Right.
With the fight game, it's once they're out of the limelight, they're gone.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor, everybody loves Conor McGregor, but he's not fighting right now, so he's not relevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like he has to get back in the ring for that energy to start surrounding his name again. So we want to give them the ability to have options and not be able to have to abuse their bodies long way after their term life. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be in the ring trying to fight at 40 because you want to just make sure you've got a solid check to take care of your family for the next 10 years. You know what I mean? So
100%, because then what's usually happens is it kind of taints the record. And
correct. They end up taking fights long past the time and fighting the next younger fighter and, you know.
Knocked out easily.
And it's like your whole reputation. You want to go out on a W.
For sure.
Know? I want to go out like Marshawn.
Strong.
Like Marshawn, what's his name, from Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, Marshawn Lynch. Like at the top of my career, I want to be able to say, hey, I've done it. I've got my championships. I've got my belts. I'm done. I've got enough money. I've got my investments. I'm just going to stay out, make appearances, you know, show up, maybe do some exhibition fights like Floyd is doing now and take it easy on myself. You know what I mean? And I like that they're doing that now. We are moving into the exhibition phase. Right. But that still involves me having to train, having to get in. And, you know, you take one bad shot, it could be a bad deal.
Exactly.
Especially at 45, 46.
Yes.
So we're looking to do some things right now within the next 6 months, and I will definitely be back on to let you get the first exclusive once we get ready to drop.
Let's go, bro. Yeah. We'll break it down.
Yeah.
And because we got to wrap it up, and unfortunately.
No worries.
What got you into fighting, so like around the fight game?
Just a lot of my friends are in the fight game. I've been around the sport for such a long time. I took a lot of martial arts. MMA wasn't big when we were kids, you know what I mean? So we just did the traditional.
How old are you again? Can you tell me?
I'm 46.
46, okay.
Yeah, so
you said it like you're old.
I do.
I'm 53, bro. I got you. You're a young buck.
If I look like this when I get 53, I'm ready to go.
Let's go.
So yeah, it was one of those natural things. It wasn't something that I said, hey, you know what? I think I want to go get in the fight game. But once I got into it, it was something that I was really naturally good at.
I love it.
And so I've just tried to foster that and make sure and keep the fighters first. That is the premise behind Luxury and Mayhem always. Fighters first, the rest will follow.
Who do you want to shout out? Family, moms,
I got to shout out Jason Stewart for even giving us the option to be able to get to CAMO and be able to get to where we are. I got to shout out Harvey Castellano for always looking out for me and making sure that we had what we need. I want to shout out CAMO, David Dinkin. I want to shout out Ryan Spink and his family. They're constantly in our thoughts. And I just want to shout out all the fighters, man, because without them, that we wouldn't be possible. We are here for them. And I think that is one of the things that a lot of these fight gear companies don't care. You know, it's
exactly
toss and use
love
and
it.
Toss. You know what I mean? So we want to give them their flowers.
These are human beings. This is why I absolutely love doing this, because I love being a part of their life. Their parents come up to me at the fight thanking me because I always have people shout their parents out, and they came up to me. So that means so much to me. I feel like I'm part of their life. I'm able to give them a platform, and because I'm so inspired by, you know, this is what they have, and some of it's all they got. And it's what's keeping them off the street, everything. And
you're doing a good job, man. I really applaud you for what you guys have going on here. These, like you said, these guys are young. They don't have anybody to kind of shout them out or give them their due or give them their chance to be able to shine before they make it to the spot.
That's right.
Before they get to the big fight. they need to have this backstory and places so people can go and learn about them and learn their stories. And that's how they gain fans and gain their likeness and the ability to earn more money.
I love it, man.
And continue to do what they do.
I love it, man.
So, let's get it, JD. If you need anything from me, bro, I'm always here, you know.
And so I had something here I was going to ask you about. Where do people find you? Instagram, YouTube?
Instagram, Luxury and Mayhem. Luxury Mayhem, luxury, the letter N, then Mayhem on Instagram. That's on all platforms, TikTok, everywhere else. And you can find
website,
luxurymayhem.com.
And then, so for fighters, everybody's watching, listening, give me what they can come and get from you.
Right now, we have gloves. We are launching a Muay Thai line in the next 3 months. We will have the version 2 of the fight glove, of our MMA glove, which will not have the pads here.
Yep.
So we'll just this is our standard amateur, but we're going to change that up, make it a little bit more lighter, a little bit more fluid for the fighter. We have rash guards. I've got valet 2-door shorts. I mean, we've got it all. So, and we're constantly expanding. Boxing line will be coming out beginning of next year.
Come on.
So yeah, we'll be introducing new headgear that's never been seen on the market before. We've completely re-engineered headgear to help take the shots to the ear. So we're doing, I'm trying to innovate and keep things coming and switch this up. We want to make sure that people are safe and that they're able to entertain and fight as long as they want to.
Come on. And your home base, is it in San Diego?
San Diego, born and raised, baby.
I love it. We want to give a shout out to Wifey? Where's Wifey at?
I would like to give a shout out to Wifey, my wife, Andrea, and my baby, Mirakai, and my other 3 kids, Caleb, Lexi, and Jacob at home. All great kids, man. My family is amazing.
Let's go.
I couldn't do what I do without them.
I love it, man. Let me throw a glove on. Give me a glove. Yeah, let's finish this interview with JD wearing a glove.
You got to get the gold.
Maybe I'll look tough for a second.
All right, there you go.
So Jason, let's all right. Well, no,
right
give me the right.
Yeah,
give me the right.
You got that watch on.
Yeah. We don't want to.
Yeah.
Plus, it matches though. You see this?
Oh yeah.
It matches. Look.
He's like, I got my gold.
Yeah. This is Luxury Mayhem right here.
This is the definition of it, right?
Yeah. So
you got your luxury.
All right.
Once you put that glove on, it's about the mayhem at that point.
Oh man, this is. Oh yeah, there we go. Get the thumb in there.
See, you got them big old fat fingers. That's why I needed that extra space in those holds.
Let's go. All right, look at this, dude.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that makes you want to hit somebody.
It does.
Right?
I want to nail somebody right now.
Yeah.
Jason, get over here, bro. Let me give you. So Jay, what would it take to get me for a fight? Can Harvey get me a fight or?
The real.
Let me fight a 130. And he can't kick my legs. That's the rule.
You should fight Henry's girlfriend.
Henry's girlfriend, she'd kill me, dude. But here's the rules: is they can't kick my legs. Can we make that a rule?
Yeah, I think we can.
And also they can't use whatever their strong hands. They can't use that one.
They basically they get one hand, one glove.
One hand, no legs.
No, one hand, no legs. That sounds about even.
I might have a chance.
Get your shin pads that come off.
And the rounds are 30 seconds. Because that's about all I got in the tank.
I try, man. I try. I make sure that I stay on my walks and I keep my stuff up because I can feel it. Deteriorating.
Telling you, dude.
Oh man.
What's his name was Aaron Pete saying age is just a number. My ass is just a number.
It's a big number.
It's a big number, dude. And the bigger they get, the harder it gets to do the most simple things, like tie your shoes gets difficult.
Let me tell you guys right now.
You know what I'm talking about.
Do not have children after 40.
I did.
I love
this
him.
is why
I love my kid, but do not have children after 40. Don't do it.
But you know what it does, though? It keeps us accountable, bro. This is why one of the main reasons I am still in shape in my 50s is because I started after 40, because I have to. Yeah. I got to set the example for my kids, so it's like I have accountability here.
How old is your child?
He's 9.
Okay, so you're 50.
So 45. I was 45.
Me too. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, when we had him.
Okay, and how does it feel now?
Fantastic.
Great. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear.
And I'm proud because he's like, oh, everybody knows me as the Jack Dad.
All right.
So my point is, don't listen to what Callie just said. Have children when you're 50 because it'll make you be in shape. Well, hopefully it will. Most people
it'll make sure you stay around till you're 70.
Yeah, most people mail it in anyway, right? Past 40, they're mailing it in. All right, look at this glove. Don't I look good here? Let's go.
I agree, bro.
Callie, it's been a pleasure. Callie from Luxury Mayhem, it's been an absolute honor, a pleasure. We're gonna have to do this in the future once you're doing your drop.
Definitely, yes.
All right, appreciate it. Look at me with the glove. Let's go. Real deal talk. Epic 59. Epic 59. I love just butting in. Epic 59. November 22nd. can get your ticket. And remember, if you want to see our boy, our homie Maddie, main event Maddie on the pay-per-view, you can watch him in action. And also my ring announcer Kaz, love this guy. So
Kaz is the man, dude.
Cali, Luxury Mayhem, Real Deal Talk. That's a wrap. Look at me with the glove.
Real deal. Let's get it.